And welcome back to Let's Play Ninja Gaiden Black. Last time we had a very difficult Fiend challenge to go through as we finished off the monastery, and now we're in some kind of underground catacomb. Will this lead us to the Imperial Palace like Rachel was telling us? Well, time will tell. Just starting out, I'm going to equip the Dragon Sword. It's going to be handy in a couple of fights coming up. One thing I've been meaning to point out, but just haven't had a chance to really, if you look at Ryu's model there, look at his wrist, you can see the armlet of the sun on there. So that's actually kind of a cool visual effect, is that the armlets that you wear actually do go onto Ryu's model. Just thought that was worth pointing out. And obviously when we had the windmill shuriken equipped, we could see that also. Fancy stone head. Base seems unstable. Yeah, you're probably just overthinking it, Ryu. Anyways, we got another explodable wall here, so let's just blow through that. Ah, who'da thunk it? So yeah, we have an indie Boulder escape sequence. This one's not terribly difficult though. We're gonna come across some spike pits along the way, just do a quick wall run over those and fail because I'm me. This one's not as threatening. We can just walk past these ones, really. Then these falling pillars will block your way. As you can see, the boulder does not move too fast, so as long as you don't screw up a bunch and get hit by the spike pits more than a couple times like I am. Oh boy, I may be messing this up. Oh dear. Haha, that is actually the first time in a very long time I have messed that up. Figures, doesn't it? But yeah, you don't even get a game over if you get crushed by it. You just get sent back to the start. Alright, let's do this properly this time. I can't believe I died there. I never screw that up. It's the curse of Let's Playing, you know? Man, I'm actually doing this really terrible. You know, I'm just jumping into this. I did do a practice run of this half of the chapter, but not anything too thorough. I don't have too many opportunities to practice if I want to keep a stable recording schedule. Whoop. Almost got hit by that one there. Alright, this time we should have it. Just coming out to here. Once we reach the end, Ryu will automatically jump to these ropes that are hanging here. So let's go on our way. We got a treasure awaiting us here. Hey, Great Spirit Elixir. We've got another save point right after the boulder sequence. I guess that's helpful. And it's also kind of an oddly placed one for reasons that will become apparent shortly. I want to equip the shurikens briefly, just so we can nail these bats. And hopefully I can get some blue essence off of one of them after they fell. Alright, this is a bit of a tricky jump here. We gotta grab this pole. Perspective does not always help with that. This jump also, I have a tendency to miss this one, again, because the perspective is a little weird. It is no big deal if you fall here, though. As you can see, there's little pathways underneath us. But I kind of want to go this way because this shaft right here has some bats for us. Might give me a chance to heal up, and yeah. Let's see here. Any more blue essence? Would be really nice if I got some. There we go. Alright, now that we got that, what we're going to equip here is the smoke bombs, as it will be useful for the enemies that we're about to fight. And we've got greater imps for the first time on their own. Anyways, these guys are not too terribly threatening. As you can see, a Izuna drop is, as always, very effective. We're just going to try and charge up here. Ow! Was holding that a little too long. Watch out for that slide. If you get hit with it while you're not blocking, it is a converts into a grab attack, which is pretty dangerous. Oof, I'm doing this pretty badly right now. Ah, it's okay though. We're not too far behind from where we saved. May as well take a chance to show the alternate route if you fall. Yeah, I knew I'd screw that up right away, but that slide, yeah, if it hits you raw, it's a grab. If it just clips you while you're guarding, it is just a guard break, so it's not terribly threatening. Okay, I dropped blue essence. Yes, he did. Alright, so missing this pole if you fall, as you can see, just a little pathway here. We missed the shaft that has the bats in it, but no big deal there. Let me get those smoke bombs. I was trying to get a UT charged up, but as always, not practice. Oh dear! Oh, I am doing this something terrible. Alright, I'll just meet you at the Cyclot or the Greater Imp fight. Alright, much better fight there. As you can see, we even got a red essence to recharge some of my Nimpo. Not exactly necessary for reasons we'll be getting to later, but that is helpful. A lot cleaner than my first attempt on that fight, although pretty much anything would have been. Still, I ate a rather unfortunate hit, but that is okay. Now, coming into this room here, we've got a new type of enemy, Cyclops Wasps. These guys just sort of float in place, and then they come at you with their stingers. They're not terribly threatening, but if they crowd you and overwhelm you, they can be a little scary. So we're just gonna yuck incendiary shurikens at these guys. Reuse auto-aim, not always the most reliable thing. One nice thing about these guys is that they have a very high chance of dropping blue essence and yellow essence, so good opportunity to restore ourselves there, and I am doing pretty bad. Now, when they do come in like that, you can just block it and gar or counter. So yeah, not terribly threatening. And we got all of them. Alright, couple treasures for us to get in this little chamber here. Jumping up here, got another golden scarab. I actually forgot to pick up the Muramasa rewards for the scarabs, but it's okay because we have, let me see here. Yeah, we have maxed out Great Spirit Elixirs anyway, so it would have just been to waste, and there is going to be an opportunity where I might have to use a Spirit Elixir, or a Great Spirit Elixir, so we'll just be able to get it then. Alright, now this one's a little tricky, but we got it. This chest has a Life of the Gods for us, very nice. Now, coming down this way, something notable. This is, in fact, the last save point we're going to get for a little bit of time. The next bunch of fights, well, the very next fight we can save after, but afterwards there's going to be a bunch of fights in succession that we won't have an opportunity to save. It's kind of the reverse of the beginning of the chapter, where we don't really get generous saving opportunities at this point, whereas previously we could just save whenever the heck we wanted. Alright. So I want to equip the smoke bombs again, because we've got more greater imps coming up. I just want to call them the Cyclops imps, because they got that eye in their maw, but technically they have eyes all over their bodies, so I guess calling them Cyclopses wouldn't exactly be correct. I'll take that health there. Yeah, as you can see, basic combos, not always so... Oh, hey, nice. Could always use more red essence. Alright, so let's just do a drop on that guy. As you can see, we got a very generous time limit to get the point bonus on this. Alright, let's take this guy down. As you can see, Dragon Sword UT can potentially kill multiples of these guys, if you can catch them in the combo just right. Like so. The Lunar is also not terrible for defeating these guys, if you so choose. Ooh, oh, okay, I'm gonna take that health. Yeah, I was getting a little careless there. Yeah, let's just do the safe option, and then I'll jump away and smoke bomb. Ooh, ow, that's bad. Alright. Where are they coming in from? Oop. Yeah, you gotta keep good tracking on these guys. The camera, not always very helpful in this game. Oof, that was close. I was really setting myself up to get caught with a slide there. One thing I dislike about blue essence in this game, as you probably noticed, is that it tends to give varying amounts. Not all blue essence is created equal, even though it tends to look pretty similar, really. Alright. Ah, wanted to hit the grounded one again. Just every time you want that, Ryu does not oblige you. Yeah, it looks like I lost that yellow essence there. Let's just hit this guy with the ET. As you can see, even with just a level 2 Dragon Sword, it does enough to decap on hit. Alright, so like I said, after this section, we're going to have we're not going to have any opportunity to save for a while. So just to make sure I don't have to redo this fight, I'm going to quickly double back and refresh my checkpoint. Be right back. Alright, there we go. We got our checkpoint refreshed, and we can just jump down here. Coming into this hallway right here, you may notice the golden sparkles. We get another golden scarab. We're at 15 now, so we can get another reward. Okay. Got plenty of bats in here. Now, this ladder right here, there are more bats awaiting you, and this one's kind of devious, really. When you're going up the ladder, and this is going to be important when we return this way, the bats can still hit you, which is kind of cheap, honestly. Nice thing about the bats is that it's a good opportunity to restore our health without much threat to us. Now this chest right here has something pretty notable for us, the Vagorian Flail. Now this is the unofficial upgrade to the nunchucks. It actually has the same exact move list at level 1. So yeah, check that out. You can end your combo with Y as before. The Vagorian Flail, of course, is a wildly impractical-looking weapon that would probably be more dangerous to Ryu himself than it would be the enemies, but, you know, awesome ninja stuff. Now, as you can see, I'm throwing on the wooden sword here, because this is the probably one opportunity in the game where I'll be able to get away with using such a weak weapon, so let's go for it. Because we fight lesser imps. This is the only room in the game where you see these guys on master mode. I'm not sure why they're still here and not a stronger enemy, but hey, that's how it is. Is it just me or is that not hitting? But yeah, I'm not doing so great here. I've actually never used the wooden sword before. Okay. Oh geez, this is not going well at all. Okay, you know what? Forget the wooden sword. I tried to show it off. As you can see, contrary to what I thought, it can actually not perform the Azuna drop. Now let's get our Vagorian Flail out. I'm going to be so embarrassed if I lose to these guys. Now, on normal mode, these guys are probably the least threatening enemy in the game, as every single one of their attacks is blockable. And even ones that you would think aren't, are in fact blockable on normal mode. But on master mode, and honestly even as early as hard mode, most of their moves gain guard breaking properties, although not guard crushing. As you can see, they got their basic swipes that still can be blocked, but it's not really worth going for. Oh geez, I'm doing terrible right now. Well, that was embarrassing. Oh well. You always have those kind of screw-ups, and it's a good thing I refreshed my checkpoint there. I'll meet you here. Alright, so here we are. Let's go for take 2 on this. The one thing I want to show off with the Vagorian Flail is that now we have a very good opportunity to utilize our Armlet of Potency. Like I said in the previous video, Armlet of Potency gives a massive boost to kick-based attacks. In particular, Wide Heavens will one-shot these guys if we connect with both kicks, as you can see right there. Otherwise, like I said, the Vagorian Flail is just the nunchucks, so it has the same exact ultimate techniques. Let's just take this guy down. Let's take 2 essence here. And hit this guy. And check out the final hit on that ultimate technique there. It is actually extremely damaging. It does almost as much damage as the full combo itself does from the ultimate technique, which can be pretty important for later. Okay. Get that guy down. This guy down. Yeah, Wide Heavens, very good move, especially with the Armlet of Potency, just tears through these guys. Yeah, take him down. Oh, man, I am doing so bad. I'm weirdly off my game right now. I know I said I didn't practice this very much, but I did do a practice run, and these are not tough enemies. Apparently, I'm just no good with this weapon. Alright, in this chest, of course, we get a bunch of essence. Finally topped off on Nimpo again. We got a little bit of health back, so not too bad that I did poorly there. Coming into this room, got more Cyclops Wasps. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll off to the right. Just let these guys come to us. Remember, the counter on the Vagorian Flail is also a kick, so that just takes them out immediately. And we're going to tear through these guys with an ultimate technique. Nice, even that takes them down. Alright, let's grab this. Yeah, awesome. When you hit multiple enemies with this ultimate technique, it is so cool looking. Alright, just a couple more to take down. These guys also drop red essence pretty frequently, so like I said before, if you don't have your Nimpo topped off, I'll have to cancel that thought, because we've got zombies. First order of business, we want to take out this archer right here. Zombie archers, very annoying. They can snap to you and hit you like snipers. And they charge pretty quickly, or... what am I trying to say here? They get their shots ready pretty quickly. And they can actually, like, pivot and hit you really effectively. I'm struggling to find my words right now. Fortunately, in this encounter, there is only 2 of them. Now, against zombies, it's going to be a very boring way to fight them. We're going to be charging up a lot of UTs. And in particular, I'm going to be taking the opportunity to try and raw absorb a lot of essence, because we want a lot of money at this point. We're going to have some really expensive purchases coming up. There you see the final hit connected on that guy. Did almost the entire combo's worth of damage on him and just killed him right away. That would be slightly more consistent if I had the Armlet of Sun equipped, but Wide Heavens is very effective on these guys, so I want to have that at its most power. 2 Wide Heavens on these pale zombies right here usually takes them out. As you can see, the zombies are either very pale and have a sort of grayish tint to them, or they're red. The red zombies have more health at their disposal. I'm going to use this essence to heal UT. Gets us in very good positioning here. Hit a bunch of these guys. We'll hit this guy with Wide Heavens. That should take him out soon enough. Yep. And again, just keep charging. But yeah, we got a couple very expensive purchases coming up, and I want to be able to get them, so we're going to be trying to shoot for as much yellow essence as possible. And I'm going to have a very good opportunity coming up for that in the near future. Okay. But yeah, zombies, not terribly interesting to fight. They're a bit more threatening in Ninja Gaiden Vanilla, where obviously you can't just hang back and charge the UTs. So you do have to actually aggro in on them, or aggress on them, to take them down. Not that I'm really playing for points here right now, but I do have plenty of time to take these guys out pretty slowly and then still get a score bonus. Alright, let's just do that. Yeah, once they start crowding around on you, that's when you want to head to the other side of the room. We'll just do Wide Heavens to take this guy out. Ah, saw that coming. Yeah, if they're lunging back for that grab like that, always roll away. Don't do what I did right there. Alright. Come on, hit all 3 of them. Yeah. These guys have a base yellow essence drop of, let's see, 100. So when we defeat them with a fully charged UT, we get a whopping 700. Not the greatest we've seen, but as you can tell, with how easy these guys are to take out, it's pretty easy money to make. There we go. Now, to get out of this room, we have to take this Holy Grail. And the door unlocks at that point. And heading out into here, we've got a slightly more difficult fight coming up. We want to get to the other side of the room pronto because there's a zombie archer there, but hey, there's a dino. So yeah, we've got dinos to worry about while doing this fight. We definitely want to prioritize the archers first, though, so I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. I was kind of hoping he'd run in and get hit by that. Yeah, well. So yeah, we want to quickly go to the other side of the room. Oof, I'm surprised I did not get hit by that. Let's see, should he appear here? Nah, it looks like he's gonna appear right there. Now this might actually tag the dinosaur. Yes! And I'm just gonna use those to fuel this. Get as much damage on this guy as possible. Fortunately, now that we have the Armlet of Potency boosted Wide Heavens, we can take this guy down a lot more quickly. Heck yeah! Oh, that was foolish of me. Okay, we're definitely going to want to use a Elixir of Spiritual Life. Been a while since I've was grabbed by one of those bites. Figures it would happen in the recording, of course. Alright, there we go. Nothing too serious, though. Yeah, I'm gonna take that health since man, I'm doing terrible. When dealing with these guys, you definitely want to go to the other side of the room. Oh, jeez. Yeah, doing this horrible. No! Saw that coming. Alright, I'll meet you here. Unfortunately, have to go quite a ways back to get to this point. Alright, that's all of them. Ugh. I did that so terribly. I swear, off-screen, I never, ever get hit by that bite attack. And of course, the moment I start recording, I get hit by it all the time. Very frustrating, very embarrassing, but what can you do? Alright, since it's not terribly interesting to just watch me charge up UTs, anytime I see these pale zombies, I'll take them out with Wide Heavens instead. And then we can use that yellow essence to fuel another UT, take out the red zombie. Get used to seeing zombie fights that go like this. We're going to be fighting a ton of them. Yeah, that's kind of how Chapter 6 and 7 go for most of it. I kind of screwed up the move there, but good enough, good enough. Do not need that for the pale zombie, as that would be complete overkill. We'll just take this guy down, take his essence, and continue to take this guy out. Now, going into the next chapter, when we start fighting even more zombies, I'm definitely going to be truncating some of these encounters, just because it's not interesting to watch me do this repeatedly. I'm well aware of that, but kind of a necessary evil. Like I said, got some very expensive purchases coming up, the final upgrades for the wooden sword. Coming into chapter, not 7, but 8, we'll be able to fully upgrade the wooden sword, and that has a very important fringe perk to it. Huh, there's one more left. You know what, let's charge up for that guy, and we're going to need 70,000 more yellow essence for that. If I can end this chapter with about, that was going to hit me, so just hit that guy with the ET and take him out that way. If I can hit the end of this chapter with about 50,000 yellow essence, that should do us going forward. Yeah, we should be able to notch that. Going into the next chapter, there's going to be another Fiend challenge for us to take on, and that's where I can get the rest of my yellow essence, which will give me enough to afford the final wooden sword upgrade, plus probably some extra supplies for another very difficult fight that's coming up. Probably one that ideally won't take me as long as the Fiend challenge did, but hey, you never know. It shouldn't. Especially since I'll don't need nearly as many supplies as I felt like I needed for the Fiend challenge. But yeah, here we go. More UT charging. Now, if you want to make killing these guys with the UT more consistent, then definitely the Armlet of the Sun is better for that. Because until we get to the level 2 upgrade for the Vagorian Flail, the final hit of the UT doesn't consistently kill these guys. Once it's level 2, it doesn't matter if you have the Armlet of Potency or the Armlet of Sun equipped. It's pretty much the same either way. Oh yeah, the elevator stop. Let's get that going. Oh yeah, that's another thing I was meaning to show off, is that the Vagorian Flail has its own sort of version of Flying Swallow. It's not very consistent on zombies. It has a tendency to bounce off of them, but it is a nice option. Also, as you can see, the hitbox on that horizontal swing, it's only active when they're like swinging in front of them. On the backswing, there is no hitbox. Lets you do some silly stuff like I was doing there. Now, one thing that I've been meaning to mention, that elevator switch there, very weirdly in the original version of Ninja Gaiden Vanilla, Ninja Gaiden 2004, that switch could only be activated with the Dragon Sword. If you tried to kick it with the Vagorian Flail, what the heck? Ryu's auto-targeting sometimes prioritizes switches that he could potentially hit. Very annoying when he does that. In general, doing this Let's Play has caused me to really dislike Ryu's auto-targeting, because he has very questionable priorities. We got some bats coming up here. As you can see, I used up way too many of my elixirs of spiritual life in the dino zombie room, but it should not matter too much. We want the shurikens. I did remember to restock my arrows. Yes. We will definitely want a stock of arrows going into the next room, not for the immediate fight coming up, but for a section a little bit after it. Let's just take out these bats. Now, like I said, we got bats on this ladder here. They can hit you while you're climbing up. Very annoying if you let that happen. Coming into this room, we're going to have more zombies coming up in a fight, so let's just take out a couple bats there. Get a free ultimate technique going into this room. As you can see, we've got an archer over there, so once I get this guy's yellow essence, we're going to prioritize the archer. Alright, now let's get over to that guy. I forget how many archers are in this fight. It's only the dino hallway that has a greater than normal amount of archers to worry about. Okay, I think that was the only one. Alright, so we can get to work on taking these guys out. Let's let this guy swing, then just go into the wide heaven spam. Now, there is actually one other move that is very good with the Armlet of Potency and the Vagorian Flail, but it does not become available to us until we get the level 2 upgrade. But keep that in mind for later. It's going to be a very important move for a specific fight that we're going to be getting into in Chapter 8. One that I'm hoping I can do consistently. I may have to practice it a little bit, because it is not an easy one, per se. Alright. And yeah, pretty much the same thing here. Now, thankfully, this is the last normal zombie fight for this chapter that we have to worry about. There is one more encounter with zombies, and it's a bit unique, and I really hate it. Hopefully I can do it in a way that will allow me to get through it relatively easily. But we'll see, we'll see. Man, I love Wide Heavens. So good with the Vagorian Flail. I wish we had the Armlet of Potency for General Dynamo. We would have just been able to shred him to pieces with it. Is that the last one? That was the last one. Alright, going up this way, we want to equip the bow, and we want to equip the Armlet of the Sun. Because we've got a very annoying encounter coming up as we climb back up this way. Let's see here. Are they... Nope. We just gotta walk a little bit more. And there we go. We got zombie archers there. Let's start taking these guys out. Thankfully, they're not exactly crack shots from this distance. Now, the reason I equip the Armlet of Sun is that it boosts our damage just enough that we can kill these guys with just 4 arrows. If I didn't equip it, we might have to use 5 instead, and that would require me nailing all of my shots, which, as you saw, I already screwed one up. Oh. Yeah, that little bit of safety there affords this nice thing. If you get nailed by these guys' arrows, it'll send you flying off the platform, and it'll end the encounter. But very frustratingly, this is the one respawning encounter in this area. It is so annoying. Trying to approach these guys and just doing the jumps as they're shooting at you, very tricky. You have to time those very well and make sure you block the arrows. And yeah, on my first playthroughs, I spent so much time just getting knocked off the platform and falling back down, and these guys respawn, and I was getting so annoyed, to the point where I'd actually just use Art of the Inferno to get past them. Speaking of Art of the Inferno, we want the Armlet of Potency back on. Not that I'll need it, but I'll throw on the Windmill Shuriken. And once again, we want to throw on the Art of the Fire Wheels, because we have another one of those situational uses for it. We'll up our checkpoint here. As you can see, we finally got an opportunity to save after, what was that, like 6 fights in a row? Yeah, it's one of the longer stretches in this chapter where you don't get a chance to save. Man, tons of bats. Yeah, this essence not going to be used for anything, so I may as well take it to top myself off. Let me just make sure I remember to grab. Yep, got 9 golden scarabs there. Muramasa has the other 6 that we've collected up to this point. Getting up here can be a little annoying. I've made mention of this several times, but the platforming in this game, not exactly stellar. Let's reorient the camera, and there we go. Yeah, sometimes I get stuck in here when I'm not really paying much attention. Alright. Now, it's not really obvious, and I'm not sure how Ryu knows to do this, but what we needed to do is take that holy grail that we filled with bug guts and put it on this pedestal here. Doing so, for no obvious reason, lights these candles and reawakens this giant bone dragon creature. And he is less than pleased to be awakened, so we gotta take him on. We're going to throw up Art of the Fire Wheels and use our boosted Wide Heavens to start taking this guy out. As you can see, he's shooting bone shards at us. When we come down from Wide Heavens, we want to make sure we're holding blocks so that Ryu deflects those. Oop, I was getting a little too close there. Okay, let's reactivate Art of the Fire Wheels again. Here comes the bone shards. Block that one and roll away. There you go. We got these Cyclops wasps here. Let's see if I can't get some red essence off of them. Oop. Yeah, it looks like I got tagged by the bone shard there. Alright, we don't have any more... Oh, Tail Whip. This is his most dangerous move by far, and the one I almost always get hit by. Yeah, as you can see, he left his left foot unexposed, or he didn't let us finish it off before he switched over to the right one, but he'll be going back to it once we take this one out. Yeah, let's just hit that. Oh, you guys are rude. Yeah, as the camera whips around, you can still get hit by those guys. Very annoying, but there we go. Now, overall, not a terribly difficult fight. Actually, in very sharp contrast with how the rest of this video has been going, that is actually one of the better instances I've had of that fight in a long time. Now, when he dropped down into there, he opened up a new chamber for us to go into. Looks like he's also damaged it a little bit. Got some water running from there. Must be a vein of groundwater. But after a much longer chapter in real world time, but only an hour and 7 minutes in game time, we are done with chapter 6, finally. One of the longer chapters in the game. Thankfully, chapter 7, for the most part, not as long, but there are a couple of things we need to take care of. Now, as you can see, we got a shiny on the ground here after defeating that guy. Yeah, the game's just pointing that out for us. Let's grab this. Hey, Lives of the Thousand Gods! Life upgrades, finally! And, hold on. Sorry, I had a burp coming on. We are actually going to be getting several life upgrades throughout this chapter. Just off the top of my head, we're actually going to be getting 3 via Lives of the Thousand Gods, and I don't remember if there's enough Life of the Gods in here to get another one off of that, but it sure would be cool if we did. But yeah, this is the point in the game where we finally start getting enough health to survive repeated attacks. The next Lives of the Thousand Gods we're going to be getting is actually from a Fiend challenge, and that Fiend challenge is located back in the chamber where we got the Holy Grail. We have to fight 120 zombies. As you saw, much less of a tall order than fighting... what was it? Well, actually, you know what? We're actually going to go back. But yeah, much less of a tall order than fighting 120 Bast Fiends. Or, well, 80 Bast Fiends and 40 Red Ninjas, but, you know, same difference, really. We're actually going to be heading back this way. If I can get the wall jump going. Ugh, taking a ton of damage from these bats here. Get away, bats. Not much point for me whacking these guys, but it makes me feel better. Alright. Now, climbing back up this way, we want to jump across here, of course, so we can get back up. Get on this pole. Oh, no, don't fling backwards. It's always a bit weird. And we want to save here. I haven't gone over this yet, but we are not actually trapped in here. We can jump across these vines here, or these ropes, or these poles, or whatever they are, and get back to the monastery proper, and we can revisit Muramasa. And at this point, he has a bunch of new upgrades for us to purchase for our weapons. In particular, he has the Vagorian Flail level 2, the Dragon Sword level 3, and the Wooden Sword level 6. And we'll be buying all of that, and I'll take care of that off-screen, because it's a pretty uneventful walk back, although I did see that the Bast Fiend fight outside of the Muramasa's shop did actually respawn, so maybe another opportunity to get a little more essence there. But we'll save the chapter here and call it a video, and honestly not sure if I want to continue with Ninja Gaiden Black at this point, or go back to Ninja Gaiden Sigma. The next session I have planned for Sigma is a pretty long one. Not sure if I want to do it during the work week or put it off until the weekend. We'll see. But regardless, whatever I'm playing next time, I hope to see you then. Until then, goodbye.